आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember freedom fighter Durgabai Deshmukh, who was born on the 15th of July, 1909 in Rajamundry, Andhra Pradesh. A public activist for women's emancipation, she founded the Andhra Mahila Sabha in 1937. She was also the founder chairperson of the Central Social Welfare Board.
Seeds of social reform were sown early in Durgabai's mind, and she became conscious of the injustice suffered by women in all strata. Perhaps this was due to the fact that the social reformer Kandukuri Veerashalingam was a close friend of her grandfather. Durgabai met Mahatma Gandhi when she was just a 12-year-old. She had collected money for the nationalist movement along with a few volunteers, and when she came face to face with the Mahatma, she gave her gold bangles as well on his request.
This was a turning point which further kindled her spirit of selfless service and patriotism. A lawyer by profession, Durgabai fought against the system of child marriage and dowry and the harassment of widows in the name of customs, although she herself was married at the age of 8.
Durgabai was a persuasive public speaker and was imprisoned during the Salt Satyagraha. She came to understand the pitiable conditions of women criminals and wished to arrange free legal aid for them. This gave the impetus to the Free Legal Aid Centre of the Andhra Mahila Sabha in Hyderabad, particularly to help unlettered women of all classes. Durgabai realized that lack of education impeded women's progress. This impelled her to lay the foundation for adult education programs, which were taken up by the government of independent India.
A member of the Constituent Assembly, Durgabai played an active role in drafting and enacting the Hindu Code Bill. Her efforts to elevate the status of women were evident in her involvement with parliamentary bills. In 1952, she was appointed a member of the Planning Commission. In 1953, she became the chairperson of the Central Social Welfare Board. In 1959, the government appointed her chairperson of the National Committee on Education. Durgabai received many accolades, including the UNESCO Peace Award, Padma Vibhushan, and the Paul G. Hoffman Award. She died on the 9th of May, 1981. AIR News salutes this great Indian.
We also remember independence activist Shankar Khude, who was born on the 15th of July 1918 in district Sangli, Maharashtra. Shankar took part in the Quit India movement and was arrested on the 13th of October 1942 for his role in sabotaging the government's communications. He was sentenced to 18 months rigorous imprisonment. Serving his term in the Hindalga Central Jail in district Belgaon, Karnataka, he died in police custody in December 1942 on account of severe torture. We salute the brave son of the soil.
We also remember nationalist Sidhu Bhiva Pawar, who was born on the 15th of July 1902 in district Satara, Maharashtra. Sidhu Bhiva took part in the Quit India movement in Katav Taluk, Satara. On 9 September 1942, he joined a demonstration of more than 2,000 people under the leadership of Parshuram Gharge. Singing patriotic songs and shouting nationalist slogans, they marched on to hoist the tricolour on the court building. The marchers were stopped by police officials and, on refusal to disperse, they were fired upon. Sidhu received a serious bullet injury and succumbed in hospital on the 30th of September 1942. AIR News salutes the great martyr.
We also remember Indian National Army member Muhammad Khan, who belonged to the Punjab region. Initially a soldier in the British Indian Army, Khan joined the Indian National Army in Malay in 1942. He served as a soldier in the reinforcement group and fought the British in Burma and was killed at the battlefield on the 15th of July 1944. AIR News salutes the brave son of the soil.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.